I know what you feeling like when you're all alone at night. Oh my,
Boom! Were you scared? Oh, I'm sorry, and I apologize if I scared you or alarmed you, but I just wanted to alert you to be vigilant, to always be ready. You did. What's up with it, everybody? It's Lean right here, Lean Andrews. Most people know me as Troy. That's been my little nickname last, decade or so. Came a derivative of baseball, actually. If you speak Spanish, you know that La Línea means line drive. So back in school, you know, I used to hit a lot of line drives. I ain't really hit too many home runs. So teammates that caught on every time I hit a line drive as I'm running to first base, I'll be like, La Línea, La Línea. I hit a nice little seed or whatever, La Línea. After that, you know, teammates and, you know, campus folk, friends, families, foes, they started calling me Leans. I ended up taking the Lean and making it Lean Music LLC throughout college, and a little bit after college, made a little money off of music. I forwarded on to religion. I have I think it's a mental health issue, whereas I'm a young man who grew up with a single mom, but I think I was one of those young men who really yearned for physical father's leadership. So me getting into the realm of Christendom and religiosity, I found a lot of comfort in God. I found a lot of comfort in the universe. I found a lot of comfort in my faith, which alleviated the issue or the distraction of actually having a physical father. From that aspect, from the lean music through religiosity, going back to school, getting more degrees, all of that, I had to make a decision, I had to make a choice, you know, go back to music, maybe fully serve at a church congregation, or, you know, something different, something new, something that I'm already equipped with and skilled with, which happened to be fitness all my life. Division I athlete, Division II athlete as well. Baseball, basketball were the two sports that I got to college for. I did love football, played hockey, lacrosse, soccer, track and field. Yeah, I was cricket. I was and still am a sports junkie, so to speak. Ultimately, I was in Texas and I had to make a decision, go back to the West Coast in Cali where the music was and the religiosity was, or stay in Texas, point blank period, where the religiosity was, or school, or I could take my talents up and through the Mason-Dixon. I ended up in Maryland trying to find my way, doing several different small jobs and doing research at the same time. I found that at that time, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, that men, their life expectancy was pretty bad. At one point it was like 70 years old for white American males, and then it was like maybe 68 for black American males, but that number has changed drastically. For African American males, we're literally looking at 57 and a half, 58. And then for white American males, we're looking at 62. So you gotta think, as I thought back then, wait, if I'm taught that, you know, you retire at 55, or some jobs to get your pension, you gotta retire at 60. We're literally retiring, and then 2-3 years after, boom, we out of there. We don't even experience retirement, you know, as a new facet of life. It's almost like you experience retirement as closure to your life. So it's interesting that I'm even talking about this. I'm kind of winging it because this is really supposed to be about books, but I did want to give you guys an intro to who you're actually looking at, who you're listening to. So yeah, that was kind of me starting with my why. My why was helping African American and white American men increase those life expectancy numbers. And for me, it started with what you eat, it started with what you put into your mind and your body, and then it's ultimately what you do as an output force to your mind and body. So fitness became big to me. You know, reading became even more important, because now I'm not learning about something that I was used to or super comfortable with or had practical experience in. I'm literally tapping into the science of life expectancy. I'm tapping into the science of job relation to life expectancy. I'm delving in the science of spirituality in reference to life expectancy. All of these different things that have an effect on how we live. So that's where the training started. I started out as 24-hour fitness for a little bit, and I just ended up working for people who really didn't care about saving people's lives or self-preserving people's lives. They really just focused on the numbers and the sales and who's signing up for training versus results-based training based on a budget, based on a plan, based on direction. It was just solely focused on getting the person to spend money, We could give a damn about if they actually reach their goal or not. And that disturbed me to the utmost. So ultimately, I ended up doing management or fitness management research, fitness direction research, fitness intention research, and I decided that I no longer needed a corporate company to do the very things that I could do. I could talk to somebody, I could listen to their story, listen to their journey, and not be a dictator over it or not lie to them and tell them this is the solution. I found that consulting with the person, find out their comforts and their uncomfortabilities, that would be a more relatable experience for them. Because for some people, it's not about becoming a Instagram superstar or social media savant. It's about their life. It's about their energy. It's about, being able to stay up longer than their kids after they get off work. It's about those mothers who, they have to nurse at specific times of the day, plus they have to go to work, plus they have to be a wife. How are they going to sustain and maintain all of this energy? Same thing for the men, In the book of Genesis, it talks about one of our curses spiritually, just normally, was to soil the ground, fight, work, through all the different tribulations that may come upon them and their family. How are you going to get that energy to fight? So for me, it became very important that we understood our input totally affects our output. Excellent input, excellent output. So that immediately took me to a place where I knew that I had to start something, I had to develop something, good, bad, or indifferent, but something that was communal, something that really rested on the people's hearts, not just made them regret or have buyer's remorse after they don't even reach their goal. So let me just break this down real quick, then I'm gonna get right into this little book lesson. Corporate companies, they attract you with the glitz, the glamour. They sell you through entitlement. Because we have this glit and glamour, we have this big gym, we have all these machines, whether they're clean, dusted or not, this is why you should pay. But the problem is, academically, everybody's not on the same level when it comes to being a trainer. And athletically, everybody is not on the same level when it comes to being a trainee. So for me, there had to be a middle ground. There had to be a meeting place. And a lot of times these corporate companies, they don't care about you, the individual. They care about the number. And that number can be duplicated from other people. So if you don't feel like the number is worth it, then go ahead. There's constant traffic in these big and corporate gyms, and this is how they swoop you necessarily. It's not about the gym per se. It's not about the trainer per se. It's about the money. It's about the budget. It's about the revenue. So corporately, you can literally sign 10 people up for training and only one of them reach their goal. You could care less because you've reached your financial goal. So ultimately, me, I wasn't with that. It hurts my feelings, it hurts my heart when a person doesn't reach their goal with me. It hurts my feelings, it hurts my heart when my issues or things that I go through or baggage that I may have as a human being, it may affect or distract me from giving that person my best. So it was just so many little things that was just rubbing me the wrong way, and in my understanding, I just knew I had to break out. I knew I had to build something that I believed in, and ultimately I did. Here's my daily message every day. It says love, empower, encourage, nourishment. That's what LEAN stands for. That's the acronym. If anybody's been wondering, who's been following me for a long time, let's get a close-up of the sweater. Ah! Gray sweater's still available too. Plug, plug, plug. Go ahead, just send me that Cash App or that Apple Pay and I'm gonna send the shirt. If not, drop it off to your front door. Just let me know something. Check the website, www.leaneatfitness.com. You shop, you text me, you make the payment, and I do my due diligence to make sure that you receive what you paid for. Okay. Cut.
I know what you're feeling like.